I remember one time being in the back of a car and whatever. CD comes into the back seat.
Yeah. Sure. Was there vitamins on that too?
There was vitamins all over it, Michael. And I was like, who's that for? And he's like, that's you. And I'm like, just me? He's like, that's your vitamin.
You can never have too much B12, Chase.
Yeah. I was like, that is a lot of B12. But okay.
Yeah, you're going to be so healthy after that.
Yeah, man, I was. Patreon.com/Ellis, mate. 2 live shows a week. My balls is totally moving. You ain't improving. Now can we get back up? I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire. Ready to take us through the time. Welcome to the show. Keep it down and survive in the night. She is really nice. All hail the King of the West. King of the West. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's a great day to be in podcasting. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, I think it is because it's a pretty good job and you can still have the job and it's not completely obliterated. And it's not like everyone's on TikTok now and they're doing shows on there. As far as I know, not yet. So this is still cool podcast, yeah. And we're available. And the great thing is that you're listening to this. You didn't even pay. It's just free. I mean, sure, every now and then I'm probably going to talk to you about, getting a discount on, lawn seeds or something. But apart from that, it's pretty free and exciting at all times.
Hey, if being excited about ShipStation is a crime, then let me be guilty.
Yeah, you are.
Getting a discount on, what were those, Sean Peas?
The Dingo. Wait, what'd you say?
Sean Peas.
Yeah,
I hate paying full price for them.
whatever you're giving discounts on, sometimes, those discounts are good.
Those are new sunglasses, Dingo. Are those...
Found these in the car, dude. I have no idea who these are.
Right, because they're not usually you.
running a little low in the car right now, so
Right.
I don't know if they're guys or girls or...
Are they still your sponsor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, oh, yeah, we shouldn't talk about this.
Why not?
Well, because these aren't, these are Oakleys, right, Michael?
Those are
Oakleys?
absolutely terrific Oakleys.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of sunglass Oakley makes.
At this point, I've backed them for so long. I think I'll be all right if I get caught.
I'm sensing that. So
I think I've jumped the fucking hill, dude. I think I've gone through
you've jumped the hill.
I think I've gone through 2 owners now. I think I'm all right.
Right. You mean you jumped the shark?
Jump the ship. Jump the shark?
Yeah.
You didn't jump the ship.
You didn't jump
You're
the
still
ship.
on.
I stayed the ship.
Charles
People
Oakley
jump the
and
ship.
Annie Oakley, huh?
Yeah, Charles Oakley and no, Oakley, and then Lasodica. There's people
Wait, the
that
first owner's name was Oakley?
no. First, Jim Gennard. He was,
Right.
but he was Mr. Oakley.
Right.
You know, the Oakley started as a BMX grip company in this 1975.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What a country, huh?
Yeah, fuck yeah, America.
You never give up, right? And look at that. He was like, I'm going to get BMX grips. Nah, wait a minute. I'm going to be one of the biggest sunglass sponsors.
And then created Red Camera.
Who? Oh, what's that?
It's like a huge camera they use in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Right, Michael?
Yes, it's the biggest.
You never heard of that, Michael?
I don't think I'm familiar with Red Camera.
Come on, how?
And it's the biggest camera. You mean big, like?
No.
Like as big as a car, or?
I've heard of those. That's like if you have a red camera on set, you're swinging your dick around.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
Right.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They basically took they built cameras that make it look like old school film, but it's digital.
Right.
They're not cheap. They're like $250,000 cameras or something stupid. Like it's not for that everyday person. That's just for like basically production. They tried to make it anyway. I'm saying too much. They tried to make a camera that like people could afford. They wanted like to build like an affordable camera.
But instead they made an incredibly expensive one.
Well, that's how they started the business.
Right.
And then they were trying to make a camera like for everyday people, and their company's that big that they didn't need to. And also, people have phones now, so competing against a phone on a digital camera makes no sense.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken, but I think we might have used a red camera that one time when. Remember when Donald Schultz rented it? He's like, "Dude, I have it for an hour. What are we doing?"
Slow-mo camera?
Yeah, and
That's a red camera?
Yeah.
I think it might have been,
Could've
and we
been.
just did a whole
I
bunch of
wasn't there.
horrible things
Those
to
are
ourselves
great.
in slow mo.
It's a great camera. It's
Yeah.
a big business.
Yeah,
Another big business.
I get that now. Big business, Dingo. That's what you're in. And you're in charge of a lot of stuff. So much so that you ran a charity event for racehorses.
Did I do okay?
You did great.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're very good at
Thanks
what
for
you
helping.
do.
Thanks for helping me out.
But you did invite me to do stand-up
I did.
at a place where nobody... Well, no, that's not true. There was another comedian there who...
Was it?
Pop locked to the George Michael song Faith.
Oh, she was a comedian?
I'm not sure, but
I would-
As the event organizer, that's a hell of a question for you to be asking.
Event host, Michael. Event host. Two completely different things.
yeah, he helped a little. He did a lot of stuff. He was reading off cards, Michael.
Yeah.
Really?
And
Yeah,
at one
yeah.
point he said, "This is pretty good." I shouldn't be allowed to make fun of it, but I feel like I would have got this
I
one.
clapped back at the comedian.
He called. There was two
Oh, no.
cross dresses.
Yeah.
And but they were not. They just done it for one day only. They're not professional ones. And Dingo introduced them as the douches.
The Duchess. Michael the Douches.
Yeah, so he called them douches several times, and then he caught it and went to Duchess
Well,
after.
Jason caught it. Jason caught it. I sat back at the table and he caught it for me.
It
so
should
then I
be
changed it.
Katie caught it.
Thanks, Katie.
Katie started laughing and she goes douches, and then I go, "Oh yeah."
Now coming to the stage, the douchebags.
Lord
Pretty much.
and lady
It was like the
douchebag.
lady douche. It was pretty fucking funny.
that-
I liked it.
That wasn't the a couple questionable things, but I think it went good.
It did go good. It did really well, but it was in a barn like area, like it was just on the dirt where all the horses are, and it was kind of like a lot of very older people, and there was some families, some children.
Uh-oh.
So yeah,
Did you alter your material for
dude,
it?
I
You
don't
had to.
have any fucking material.
You did really good.
So I had to. I picked the lightest of my material, and I was like, I'll just try to G-rate that, and then I found the crowd kind of found it funny that they could tell that I was adjusting words to not be gross to children.
There was definitely a safe amount of people that were around Jason's age that had kids or younger kids than Jason's kids, but you could tell that there was enough people in the crowd that saw what Jason was like on the fly trying to figure out how he was going to do this and the words he was saying.
Right,
to
and
exchange.
they themselves in a different setting would not have been offended by
No,
the
no.
uncut
Yeah,
version.
yeah,
Right?
No, he was there was maybe 6 kids there. You know what I mean? Like
Kids. So sick of pandering to children.
I dropped the F-bomb in my opening speech only because I told Jason I would, and I still slid it in there and people laughed.
Yeah, I did one as well.
So anyway, I warmed it up, but it was what's one up from PG?
I just didn't want to teach the kids anything they didn't know. You know,
What's one up from PG?
PG-13.
like
Ooh, one more.
drug use.
R.
No, isn't it? No M.
X.
X?
Wasn't there an M?
M is video games.
I thought there was an
Yeah,
M.
me too. Maybe that's an
You
Australian
guys
thing.
didn't have an M. We had an M.
No.
Yeah.
Rated M for mature. That's video games.
Maybe M was like above PG.
M was like.
I don't think
your
we had
kids-
PG-13.
Your parents could take your kids to it.
I don't think we had PG-13. I think it was PG-MR.
Yeah.
G, PG, M, R. We didn't have PG-13.
We didn't have it until Gremlins, I think.
When's that?
Mid 80s. Spielberg strong-armed the Motion Picture Association into letting him put out a kids movie that would have been R otherwise, and that's when they created it.
Fucking Spielberg.
Guy fucking swings his dick around all over the place.
Still swinging his dick around.
So the important thing is you saved the horses. You got the
Our
horses.
retired
dentists?
racehorses. So racehorses, Michael, are predominantly either killed or not nice things happen to them. So this particular foundation takes them in, rehabilitates them, and then finds new career paths for them. Because these are like real working horses. Like you can tell that they're like horses that have been built and trained and
Some
they're
of them,
strong.
Some of them, Michael, after they race, then they make them some other job where they have to walk the track every day.
Yeah.
And then when they retire them, they'll just kill them.
Oh, man.
This place will get people that have places for horses and then take them, and then they get a sort of a retirement life.
They get to go out to stud.
Is that what that? Yeah, sure, maybe.
Sure, yeah.
But
They
they've
go
sold,
out to
they've
pasture.
saved like 900 horses.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate those guys.
No. you
Horses?
can't.
That and the people that had the organization that
Oh,
helps
yeah.
the horses. I thought it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.
And then the bartender, he knew the show.
Yeah, he was a
knew
fan.
us.
Nice.
Hello, bartender.
Yeah, shout out to the bartender. He's a good dude. Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, he listened back in the day, he said.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did he have one of those like spindly, twisted up mustaches?
No, but
Nice.
Nah, he was cool. You would have liked him.
yeah, he was likable all the way around.
He's one of us. You could have seen him at Alice Mania, any one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Alice Mania.
What's wrong with your wrist?
It's not bad. I mean, I hurt my hand.
I have
punching
a weird.
something
I have
in
a
it.
weird. So I don't know if I think I've been here since then. But do you remember I had that like I posted that crash of me in Switzerland where I fell off the half pipe wall?
Yeah.
So I think I'm having some like injuries like postponed.
You didn't. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what you say. But yeah.
Wait, how do you say it? After postponed later?
No, I don't think postponed is the word you're looking for.
Or is that before?
No, I just don't think that's the word at all that you're looking for.
You're saying the effects of the injury they're real, but they were delayed.
Yes, Michael.
You're saying that there's lingering injury from it.
My wrist all of a sudden got really sore out of nowhere.
You
like
know what that is?
What?
It's arthritis or tendonitis.
Well, yeah, I 100% believe that. But I remember leaving Switzerland, and I was sitting at the bar, and I had this like crazy pain go through my hand. I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it kind of went away, and it came back.
I started drinking and it went away, and I woke up in the morning and it came back.
Strangest thing.
Doesn't hurt at night for some reason.
But then it's come and gone, and then I went back and looked at it, because the crash is pretty gnarly, and if everything...
So he fell off a cliff?
Fell off like a 20-foot cliff backwards, and I ended up catching like a tiny bit of tranny. Not the tranny you're in, you know.
Transgender.
Yeah,
that's right.
douches.
Douches. And I fell backwards, and luckily I caught a bit of transition, but my back leg took it all. And I landed, and I almost snowboarded out of it, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But my knee really does hurt. My knee still really hurts. Really lucky I didn't tear anything up or like fucking... But it took... and a heavier set me too. It took it all, and that whole time I like was focusing on how bad I thought my knee was, and kind of icing it and walking upstairs and doing the right things for it, but not really realizing that other parts of my body went through and my wrist was like actually underneath, and my wrist kind of caught first.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's the pain didn't come in straight away, but there's obviously like. And I went back and looked at it, like there's a little popping sound, and I definitely smacked the fuck out of my wrist. And now my wrist hurts more than anything, and I think what do you do though,
Pull a tampon out. Mental toughness.
Yeah.
That's how you keep
But isn't
going.
that funny that like you can have like a pretty severe... Because this, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's I'll show it to you.
We could put it on the show if
Yeah,
you
we
send
actually...
it to me.
I can. I'll send you the video.
Is that
Make
the video
sure he
where...
sends it to us, you guys.
Is
Make
that
sure
Katie,
he
note
does
that. Yep. Is that what you do?
Yeah,
I
that's probably a
yell
good
at my...
idea.
Yeah.
Nah, good idea. Yeah.
Is that the
I'd
one where
rather
it was
you
like...
did that than me, but yeah, good idea.
Is that the one where it was like real snowy and
Yeah.
you're going along and then all of a sudden you just disappear?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like talking to the camera, which
Yeah.
is kind of lucky.
It's actually a really funny video.
Yeah, because you're like laughing at the bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. Sunny and look at. Did you get that? There's a half up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
fucking
a lot-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at one point it was like, maybe I'm going to die.
There's a split second there where I've flown off this
Oh
thing.
yeah, I think you were like, oh shit!
I know, and you gotta imagine you're coming up through these giant cliffs in Switzerland. At one point, my brain is like, oh, you've just flown off a 100-foot cliff. But no, but it ended up, being a feature that was built. But yeah, you couldn't see it. It was a complete whiteout. So you can't really, you can't tell how far it is to your feet. You can't tell. And it was the first run going through the park, and there was like a bit of fresh snow. If I had have like caught a hill edge or caught anything and smacked my head or something, it would have been a serious injury. So I just, the luckiest thing happened that I was able to catch a little bit. My body was like, oh, and almost like muscled out of it.
Are you a helmet guy?
I'm not. I
There you-
know.
CTE is real.
Yeah, I didn't hit my head though.
You didn't need a helmet. Everybody, Jason Ellis talking about Liquid Death because I drink it all day. My fridge is covered in it. They have new flavors now. So there's bubble water, there's flat water, and then there's mango chainsaw and
Severed lime.
severed lime and twisted. Wait,
Bury it alive.
yeah.
My personal fave.
Yeah, I really love the flavored ones. If you drink sodas and you're trying to cut the soda out and lose a few pounds, this is your cheat ticket right here. I love Liquid Death.
Yep, sugar-free, but not bogus cancer fake sugar.
Yeah.
Natural sugar alternative. Just a hint of flavor.
Good water, too. Actually, good water. Like, Google it. It's good water.
Yeah.
Way
It's
better
the only...
than other things that claim to be such a thing.
I'll let my kids have like a Coke from time to time, but this is the only soda that I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. Just grab it.
Yeah. It's just water.
Yeah. Yep. Get Liquid Death at all the big retailers like Amazon, Target, Albertsons, Safeway, 7-Eleven, Sprouts. Where can't you find Liquid Death? And get free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel at liquiddeath.com/Ellis. Make sure you stick that thing on the end there. liquiddeath.com/Ellis. Jason Ellis Show talking to you once again about Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Dave is a solid guy. Dave's the kind of guy who will help you move. Dave's the kind of guy that'll tell you if your shoes are stupid. Dave's the kind of guy who will tell you, even if your other friends won't, that your girlfriend is a monster who will destroy your life and focus as a succubus.
Smart guy, this Dave.
Yeah, Dave is also an app that can get you a cash advance when you need it most. If you're living paycheck to paycheck or you're struggling to make ends meet, it can be really, really stressful. Why not borrow a little cash today from your future self? Future you might thank you. Dave is the banking app that can get you $500 instantly with extra cash. There's no interest and no credit check needed. If you're in a pinch, find out why millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief they need with extra cash.
Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for the extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking provided by Evolve. Member FDIC. Future will thank you.
It's bad.
I retract my statement.
I don't know. I was having this conversation with one of my friend's wives, who's actually a skier, and she's like, she's same age as me. She's like, we just weren't raised like that, and it's kind of, it is true. The good thing now is like all the pro snowboarders now wear them. It's in style to wear them. Kids wear them from a young age. You have to wear them to compete at the Olympics. You have to wear them to compete at all these different things now. So all the way up, even Danny, who back in the day, Danny Cash would have never worn a helmet back in the day, just when he had to do competitions. He now wears a helmet every time he snowboards, and I look at him as probably one of the coolest people to ever snowboard. So it's definitely changed me. Every time, yeah.
Well, it's weird. I mean, I never wore a helmet when I was a kid, and then I took that long ass break, and when we started going back in Aspen, we were like the only people not wearing helmets. I was like, what? This is fucking weird.
It's because we're cool.
That's why.
I'm used to it.
But say if I posted pictures snowboarding or whatnot, there's definitely a bunch of people who would jump on there and clap at me for not wearing a helmet. So I'm gonna try it. I gotta try it again.
The pussies have won. You need to accept that.
They kind of did win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't have any intentions of doing anything.
That's like me too. But then
You
like
go a
people.
little faster than I do, though.
That's what.
I've seen you.
Yeah,
should
you
have a
cruise,
helmet on.
Dingo.
You should fucking
I'm
definitely have a helmet on.
definitely in the running for most likely to hit a tree. So yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I know I need to I'm gonna try it this year. Yeah, I'll do it for you, Kevin. I'll put a picture of your face on my helmet. I just think they're so. You know the word I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't mind wearing a helmet skating, but if I'm at the street park, I'm not putting a helmet.
See, like, okay, so you on the ramp, you don't mind pads on, helmet on. That's just standard, though, right?
Yeah.
But like, you go to the park with your son, you're not putting that.
Dude, it's just as simple as what is my ratio of hitting my head,
Yeah.
and if it's fucking like a 10% chance, I'm not wearing one.
Yep.
You know, if it's 50-50 and up, I'm fucking wearing one. It's an
Yeah.
easy decision. But yeah, if I'm in the park and I know I'm gonna do stuff where even if I fall wrong, I'm not really gonna. I'll catch my head. You know, but on vert, you can't. You don't get to decide that. Sometimes your head just bonks off shit.
Yep.
But even the helmet, they're not really great helmets either. Like we still are running a game that is nowhere near like motorcycle guys. You know, our helmets are still the plastic that is the same plastic for a dog bowl, and we just have some foam in there. You know, I think the foam might have got better in some of the helmets, but better in as in $10 more of padding than the other helmets. Like,
Yeah.
I think Tony was one of those people that had that real big one at one point, but
He
said
did have a big helmet for a minute, didn't he?
they were cashing him up, I think. Yeah. Big old alien helmet. It was kind of a good look though, because he was the only.
It was like
one
an
that
old
had
school
it.
BMX helmet,
Yeah.
right? It had
It
the
was
earmuffs on
bigger.
it.
Nah,
Nah, he had an earmuff
no,
on
it was
for a
just
while.
bigger. It was wider.
It was?
So it was like it didn't look as good, but it made him look kind of freaky, and that kind of worked because he's a freak, you know.
Right.
He could just do all these things that none of us could do, and he had a weird helmet on. It all worked. But if you were a more fashionable skateboarder, it would not have worked. I think Chris Miller might have worn one too, which is crazy.
Right.
But once again, certain people can wear anything they want.
Did I tell you that Brenton Miller was like, did you watch any of the X Games stuff? He was
No.
one of the hosts. And
I
then,
saw him at Tony's ramp after I did a show down there, and he
Okay.
said that he was hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because from what I heard, the guy that was on there before was really pissing people off.
Oh, so he's helped.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because he's an actual skateboarder. I guess the other guy would be like, I don't even know what that is. A lot. He said that a lot.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, not the greatest announcer when you don't know what anybody's doing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that know what they're doing. You should get one. And it sounds like they did.
Yeah, cool.
I thought it was cool because Renton sort of, a little bit followed in my footsteps a little bit. Like I remember him trying to...
I remember him being bigger. Is
He's
that
lost
just because I
weight.
was so little? He's little, right?
He was fat, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool.
But he lost weight and obviously got better. He was one of those people where I was like, I don't think that guy will ever make it. And then one day I saw him and was like, oh, okay.
He put in the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Yeah, good dude. But it's just good to know that somebody who's paid their dues is doing stuff for ESPN, because that always kind of bothered me, where you've got presenters that don't walk the walk, It's like you don't understand. The questions you're asking, you're just a voice.
Yep.
You're just like ESPN teleprompter voice.
Yeah.
Let's get people that are in there, and then people who watch it will like it more, and it'll get bigger. That was always my angle.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't watch what he said. I just know what he said was correct, so I'm not worried about it.
Yep. For sure.
But if you're like, I don't even know what the fuck this is, or that was fucking stupid, or I'm like, dude, get off. Get out of our scene.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Dave Duncan was guilty of that a little bit too? But in a
But
different
it's
way.
kind of different.
He earned it.
Yeah. Yeah. And he doesn't, he never says, I don't know what that is. He just goes, whoa, yeah. And covers it, which is fine.
In fairness, because he's also covering his eye and hasn't slept in 3 days.
Well, then that could happen.
Dave is a multi-sport athlete.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So back in the day, I used to host the Vans Triple Crown of snowboarding that turned into, I believe, the Vans Tahoe Cup.
Yeah.
And then Dave was my co-host because he was the Vans skate guy, so they had him do both. And
He can do it all.
He can do it all, for good or bad. But that guy definitely taught me how to stay up all night and then go straight to the job.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
valuable experience.
I'm not sure you're supposed to say this, but yeah, no, he is handy with that. He might have taught me too. I don't know if he was trying to teach me, but I learned.
and then would
Dave is the kind of guy who's like, when am I going to be in Breckenridge again? This might be the last time. I need to soak up all the local flavor.
Yeah, for the last 30 years, he just soaks up over and over again.
Have I sauntered down every last side street? Have I visited every local mom and pop gift shop?
Yes, he has. Yes, he has, Michael. The answer is yes.
Throughout the day, would just hand me these pills to keep you going.
Dude.
They were like vitamin pills. They were like,
No, we know.
Vivarin was very big in those days.
You didn't have to explain what kind of pills they
and
were.
you gotta remember, like at this point, I'm like 18, 19.
Yeah, well, fucking.
And you've got a mentor taking you under his wing.
Fucking Dave Duncan.
Hey, he helped us all.
Yeah. And look at how well you've turned
He
out.
paid the way.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. I remember one time being in the back of a car and whatever. CD comes into the back seat.
Yeah. Sure. Was there vitamins on that
There
too?
was vitamins all over it, Michael. And I was like, who's that for? And he's like, that's you. And I'm like, just me? He's like, that's your vitamin.
You can never have too much B12, Chase.
Yeah. I was like, that is a lot of B12. But okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be so healthy after
Yeah,
that.
man, I was. Yeah. He fucking
Yeah.
got me in tip-top shape.
You'd be peeing yellow after all the vitamin C you get from Dave Duncan.
The other thing that he taught me
Yeah.
is
How to drink.
no. This,
With a
this is
funnel.
real. He taught me.
I'm going to guess this has nothing to do with action sports.
No, it does actually.
Okay.
He told me there was no coping on the snowboard half pipe, which he's very correct. There's no coping.
Yeah. What's that for? What's the point of
Because
that?
sometimes a rider would come down and I'm like, oh, they just hit the coping.
Oh, okay.
It'd be like, there's no coping on that.
You needed to know that. That's very. See,
Oh, yeah.
that was vital information. Don't say that.
It's a student of the game,
He is.
dedicated to his
Oh,
craft.
fuck.
He
I
is
gotta
dedicated.
love him. You know what's crazy, too? He snowboards a lot now. And so he spends a lot of time, I think he goes up to Big Bear or whatnot. But he snowboards in an old school Grenade Misfit jacket. I swear to God, I remember making a couple of them, and that guy today still wears one of the coolest things we ever made every time he snowboards.
Yep.
Amen.
He's probably got it on right now.
He looks good right now, actually. He lost
Yeah?
a bunch of weight.
Good. Good. Glad he got a little healthier.
Yeah, there's more to life than just
I mean, his
vitamins.
daughter now would be... He's got like a 35, 40-year-old daughter, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah.
We're
no,
old.
Yeah, we are.
Elsewhere in the sporting world, I don't know if we can show this or not. Did you guys see the Italian decathlete whose penis repeatedly flopped out of his shorts while he was running like a 400
No, but I
meter
want to
race?
see it.
I watched it and I couldn't even see it.
I think I have a blurred version.
Do you?
He's covering it.
Right.
Oh yeah. Because I think the video on TMZ is blurred.
Okay, there you go. The guy is so Italian that he ran a decathlon without underwear.
Yeah, you'd think you'd have your pant gig sorted out for the Olympics.
First
That's,
decathlon?
That's not a salami, eh?
Pepperoni.
Is he packing?
I that's what I'm saying. I couldn't see it.
Let's get his up and let's get Greg Norman's up. Side by side. Let's go.
Wait, Greg Norman's
Remember Greg
dick is-
Norman had that photo of him on the beach with like a hard on with his dog?
No.
Never seen it?
What?
Just
Yeah, he was.
Google
he-
Greg
he-
Norman's
you
penis.
guys remember this? He was all chubbed up, and he
Yeah.
was.
Come on, Jace. You didn't miss this.
You'll
one.
know it when you see it. He. I think that might have been why there was a clip of me as Greg Norman saying, "I've got a great big cock."
Jason Ellis Show, NordVPN. Yeah, NordVPN. You guys, you like Netflix? Everybody has Netflix. Netflix is fun. It's fun to watch. But sometimes I feel like they don't have enough content and I want to watch more Netflix. Yeah, I said it. Well, guess what? NordVPN gets you Netflix in England. Netflix in China. Would I lie just then? Japan, for sure. Just saying.
Netflix in Uranus.
You could do that. That was risky, but you could do that.
And you also get NordVPN's legendary threat protection. Say goodbye to intrusive website ads and malware. If you download an infected file, threat protection kicks in and deletes it before it makes a mess of your computer.
That's
There's
worth having.
literally no risk to you thanks to NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a try. If you like it, great. If you don't, they will issue a refund a refund, and everybody can pretend it never happened. Check out the link nordvpn.com/Jason Ellis to get your subscription started today. nordvpn.com/Jason Ellis. We are happy to once again be talking to you about ShipStation. We're not only an advertiser, we're also a client, and we have been since well before we ever knew we would be talking to you about ShipStation on a podcast. We use it for shipping our books. Still
Nobody wants
awesome.
to buy the book, but it's not ShipStation's fault.
If they did, we'd have no trouble getting your order, processing it, and getting you a book promptly. My wife uses it for her business as well, and she actually gets orders.
Oh, yeah. That must be nice.
That's a hell of an endorsement right there. Look, if you're in business, small business, you got to plan ahead. You're not thinking about Christmas, but if you're in business, you should be. The holiday season is coming. Everything else is so complicated in business. Simplify this one part of your life with ShipStation.
Ship more and grow more with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com today and sign up with the promo code Ellis for a free 60-day trial. Start today and set up before the biggest shipping season of the year. That's 2 months free. Visit ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the page and type in code Ellis. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, so it's through his
Google
pants.
Greg's
Oh,
Norman.
through his pants.
Yeah. Somebody interviewed him recently and asked him
There you
about
go.
it. So Greg Norman's dick
Nice.
was sort of...
I mean, that looks like a morning stroll, morning wood.
Yeah.
Or hand
Well, he's
in
not
hand.
hard, but
I mean, he's not soft.
he's not soft, yeah.
He's hogging.
okay.
Yeah, that's like when you're like early in the morning when your penis rubs against the fabric.
Yep.
And you just get a boner for no reason.
That's right. That's a great boner.
I used to get those on the bus all the time.
Hell yeah. Church boners.
Yeah, in the morning I would get him on the that's the morning bus ride.
Well, yeah, because when I was working in New York, I would have to take the 5 a.m. bus, so I would wake up before my morning would did.
Right.
Oh,
And then like getting off the bus, like I would just get a boner. I'm like, oh shit. And then when you get off, you're just whacking everybody in the shoulder as you like turn sideways.
Did it
Yeah.
just tuck it into the top of your pants?
Sometimes it would flop out.
That's what I did at church. Because when I got older and I was starting to stay out very, very late, but I was still like living with my parents and they'd want to go to church, it was first thing in the morning for me, even though it was 10:30 mass. And yeah, I mean, I'd say it was like 50-50 whether or not I had a boner at church. But
Yeah,
just
right.
Put it in the waistband and Jesus is cool with that. That's in the Bible.
Oh, you would tuck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I
Right.
never did. The
Wait, where'd you
up.
tuck it?
I just to the side. I never pulled it up.
To the side.
To the side.
Didn't it still stick out?
I guess I had boxer shorts on, so like boxer shorts, like the ones I have on now, you can just side pipe it.
Right.
Oh yeah, well those are some pretty tight boxer shorts.
I never wore jocks.
You got compression shorts on.
I've had them my whole life.
They'll
Yeah.
definitely hide a boner.
That'll compress your cock for sure. I heard Elvis stuffed.
Stuffed?
Yeah.
His pants was fake dicks.
Yes.
Why? Because he had a small dick.
Supposedly.
Sad guy. I just watched the movie.
The cardboard inside of toilet paper roll. I think I heard he
Oh,
used.
yeah?
That small.
I read that. I don't know if that's true.
He seemed like a sad guy.
Yeah?
I just I watched it twice actually. I thought it was
What?
pretty good. The Elvis movie. The movie more so about his manager.
I never saw it.
It just came out.
Is it the guy that looks like him?
yeah.
Yeah,
The one
I
with Tom
haven't-
Hanks.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah, Tom.
It's still in theaters.
Yeah. I'll watch it when it goes on the TV.
Yeah, it's soon. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was sad times because sometimes when you have so much good and you are gluttonous with it, then you get numb to anything.
Well, that's it. I guess I just didn't really know the story all that well, and I don't think there's a huge amount to it. He got famous at a really young age. A guy kind of controlled his career, and what I mean, like, because you try and picture, I think fame like that today is there's a lot of different people that are like that, whereas back then there was you. You weren't competing against anyone else really.
You kind of invented the rock star.
You kind of right because he came before the Beatles.
Yes, he did.
And it was interesting. It was sad and interesting, but it's definitely
The gift and the curse.
Yeah, and you feel like he was numb most of the time.
Yep. In the end, for sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, and he was only 42 when he passed, and I think that like the early days, they had to deal with so much shit, but like when they got to Vegas, I think once they got him to Vegas, it was almost like a prison sentence, and you could kind of tell. You're just like, oh fuck, that's crazy. He was just put him up on stage, and then he was just high, and put him up on stage and high, and like it was never toured outside of America. Anyway, I think you'd enjoy the movie. It was cool.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably right. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's a good show? Midnight Mass.
Haven't seen her.
It's fun.
No?
Yeah, it's like a Netflix show, but it's actually really good. It's fun.
What happens in that one?
They're on an island, and the priest gets possessed by a demon,
Oh, cool.
and it's a vampire. It's like King Vampire, and then the town starts turning into vampires. It's pretty cool.
What happens if there's a whole bunch of...
I don't want to give it too much away.
What happens if a bunch of people are living on an island and then they all become vampires and for some reason can't get back to the island and there's no longer any humans?
You should watch it.
That's the premise?
That's Australia.
That's some of it. Wait, we're all vampires? I made it out. Been living off American blood for the last 30 years.
I don't know about vampires, but it seems like there's a growing number of douches in Australia these days. Did you guys see the video of the journalist whose tooth fell out on live television?
Nah, it sounds about right.
What does douches have to do with it?
They're the biggest douches.
Oh, actual douche, not Dutches.
No. It's like that style of yucking it up morning TV stuff, and we're talking about Hollywood and La La Land and
La La Tooth came out.
But it's just like a bunch of people from like, it makes you almost appreciate the people on Extra or whatever in America because these guys are like a worse version of that.
Yeah.
10,000 miles away.
Yeah.
I was curious what you guys would think.
A lot of that in Australia.
Having grown up there, because this seems like somebody that you. I wanted to punch all the people in this video.
Man, I can't get it to open by itself.
Oh, sons of bitches!
It's a weird thing. I always noticed that when I would go back, that there would be a shitty version of something that we did. Sorry. Yeah, fuck it. I'm American. There'd be a shitty version of something that we did over there, and it's like because they don't know any better. Mm-hmm. It's this big, like it's a big thing. Like there was a lot of Australian idols that were on the cover of magazines, and I'm like, who the fuck is this douche?
Right.
But in Australia, he's huge.
Well, but like by definition, that's the B team because, and I hate this isn't like it's just true to say if they were that good, they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, they'd be
Hugh Jackman was good enough to hang with Hollywood people, so he's gone. Russell Crowe
in Australia, being a pro skateboarder and being the best guy there, sure,
right,
that's possible. But you come over here, different.
Yeah, you're the best guy in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Well, and then they also do just franchise stuff out, like the Office. I mean, obviously that started in the UK.
There's no Australian
There's
office.
no Australian office.
There is,
That'd
but
be
there's
fucking hilarious.
I think there is.
They made
Is there?
tons.
Dude, there's like
tons.
20, there's like 20 of them.
Yeah, no, didn't make it Australia.
Probably just using the other ones that you have.
I went to the movie.
I'd know about it.
I went to the movies a couple weeks ago, and they showed a trailer for an Indian Forrest Gump.
That's a little
Wait,
heavy.
it's Forrest Gump, but it's not Forrest Gump.
No, but it is the exact same thing, and then they show him with like Indian politicians that's like altered to.
Does he run?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when he's a kid, he has the braces.
Does he run?
And they do the scene where he runs as a kid, and the braces like bust off of him.
Yeah.
They
Does
do every.
Does he have chocolate?
He calls it like my mom says life is like a box of, and then
Papadums.
Yeah, it's like an Indian food.
Right.
Poppadoms.
I told you I saw when I lived in England, I saw a Bollywood like Indian movie version of.
You lived in India?
I lived in England,
Oh.
and they'd show a ton of.
You went to college there.
Yeah, and they
That's
showed a ton of Indian shit on TV because there's so many people from India who moved to England,
right.
and they had an Indian version of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Huh.
And I never knew which one was first. And it's the exact same movie, except that when the Robin Williams character is trying to horn back in on his wife by taking care of the kids, the ex-wife lives with her dad, and the dad gets the hots for Mrs. Doubtfire. But
That's
then
pretty good.
the movie gets turned on its head when the dad wants Mrs. Doubtfire out of the house because she prepared meat in his kitchen.
Oh, and you don't do that.
And you don't do that.
Yeah.
That's like... Yeah, that's the Indian.
Counts as sacred.
And the Australian version of The Office is going into production now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one, huh?
Can we play that video
Yeah.
of the dude's tooth or nah?
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, his tooth falls out?
I just want to see it to see why Tully hates him so much. Yeah, I hate him too. No
What,
audio?
there's no audio on it?
Oh, I didn't know if we could use it.
Oh, I don't see why not, right? We do
Yeah, it's not
new stuff.
music.
What did you do? Did you bite into something? I did. I can't believe it.
We've lost a tooth, people. It's 8:33. We've lost a tooth.
So
Change the
Australian.
headlines.
This guy smoke crack or something?
Probably.
Not something you see on telly every day, is it? Somebody in the... Now I'm
Telly.
whistling as I speak. That's going to be really lovely,
You look
isn't
like
it?
you look like an adorable chimney sweep.
Hang on, I'll see if I can just pop it back in.
Oh no, that's gonna hurt.
It's just a cat.
No, it's not going to stay. Okay, well, in another life, of course. Well,
Right.
Is he gay?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He might dabble.
That's just Australian TV.
Why do
Everyone's
people-
gay or it's bad?
Teeth are flying out all over the place.
Nothing about sexuality. It's just bad TV. It's bad telly.
It's pretty average.
That's just telly.
Always has been.
What are you gonna do?
Why do people welcome that into their living room? You could
Yeah,
just have
they've got no choice. They've only got 3 other choices, and the
Yeah.
other 2 probably aren't any better.
Has everybody got cable in Australia yet?
It's a thing now, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't used to be. It used to be really expensive. Not everybody does. Like my mum definitely doesn't. And older people don't. But I think if you're, you've got like, I think the cable thing's pretty popular now, and not as expensive as it used to be. Back in the day, like if you knew someone with cable, they were rich.
Yeah.
How many does that get you up to? Because like
What
when I was,
with free TV?
when I was in England, you'd have like 5, and if you got cable, you got like 4 more.
No. Cable, you're up to like you got like 50 or 100, whatever it is. It's the same as
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons.
They're on fire.
Oh, you're on fire. Whereas back in the day, for us, it was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
3 good ones, 4 or 2 shitty ones, so maybe 5.
Channel O.
Yeah, ABC 7, 9, 10, and then now what the networks have done is Channel 7 has like a branch off, so they have like 2 networks underneath it, 7 Prime and 7 this. The only reason I know all this is because the beginning of the pandemic or during the pandemic, the Adventures of Danny and Dingo got licensed by Channel 9 Australia on their substation, and you could literally free to air Australia. You could go and watch the fucking Danny and Dingo, which is
That's
pretty
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. I sent I sent a video to somebody that was she was hosting Love Island, Sophie Monk. I sent a video of her watching Love Island, and then she literally sent me a video back of me just on local TV. I was like, "You fucking idiot!" And I was like, "That's awesome."
I remember the time I went on vacation in I think Mexico, and we turned on the TV, and our friend Donald Schultz was
Right.
talking about snakes with overdubbed Spanish voice.
Yep.
That's when you've made it.
Yeah.
When it's not even you talking anymore. Did we know that there was a serial killer in Malibu until like recently?
No.
Weird, right?
How well did he do? What?
That's a great question.
Yeah, Malibu's empty now.
Yeah, because
You got everybody.
if you're serial, that means you've got at least 2, right?
Gotta be, right. So, they
How many people do you kill when you're a serial killer? You gotta.
It's gotta
2's
be-
not really enough, is it?
No, I think it's going to be up over 4. Serial.
Is it 4?
I don't know.
I don't know why you use the word cereal. Just
Yeah.
then. You were like 4 cereal.
Well, I don't know.
What does cereal mean?
Because you're now you've come back. You're
Why
a
do
serial
they
killer.
use the word cereal?
That's a good question.
well,
'Cause
serial.
that's breakfast.
Yeah.
Now you're
right.
telling me if you kill a lot of people, you're cereal.
I think one's probably an S.
Wait, what?
I think cereal spelled with a C.
Nah.
The E. What
Nah.
do you mean, nah?
I reckon this is one of the dumbest things you've ever said. But go on. Cereal.
Who's
a serial
dumb?
killer is C, and a cereal that you like to eat for breakfast is an S. Is that what you're saying?
No. No.
That's what you were saying.
No, I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't.
what are you
Cereals
saying?
with a C and serial killers with an S. That's
Your
what
rebuttal.
I said.
I know that cereal that you eat is with a C,
That's good.
and a serial killer. Yeah, you might be right.
Thanks, dude.
That's crazy. So what is?
Are you
right?
the dumbest cunt I've
Hey.
ever met?
He is right.
Yeah. That's
So
why I'm
You
the
should have heard
host.
me and him making fun of each other as we were like traversing every time we had to make someone's dumb
So wait,
on
cereal-
stage. So these people saw our relationship kind of.
Yeah, I used some of his material. Too. I tried to, just so everybody knows, not everybody in Australia is as dumb as Dingo and I. I have met smart people in Australia.
It was good. We did it good without even trying.
But anyway,
So I assume when you talk about a serial killer with an S, it's essentially the same word as series. They've had a series of killings. Serial. Right. So to me personally, I think it's sort of a nuanced answer. Like if you don't have a manifesto, if you don't have a gimmick, you got to kill like at least 4 or 5 people before I think you're not just an asshole.
yeah.
But if you kill one person and you have designs on killing a second and they go to your house and you're like, I am satanicide and the world will face my reckoning, I think you're a serial killer because you have
So
you got a
two's
shtick.
enough, and one with a plan for a second is enough.
if you've got a nickname.
Do you have to have a nickname?
To me, you need some sort of
One in the bag,
Yeah.
and one drawn out, ready to go serial killer with a name.
I need a manifesto.
Well, according to Wikipedia, a person who murders 3 or more persons, usually in
That's
service
fair.
of abnormal psychological gratification.
So 4 was good. 4, you're a certified serial killer.
You're good because they haven't caught you. They're supposed to catch you on the 3rd.
Well, like the Manson family, I don't know if there were other assorted crimes I'm not thinking of, but there were only 2 big events. Granted, they got more than one person in each of them, but nobody would debate that they were serial killers, right?
Who?
The Manson family.
Oh yeah, yeah, but they killed a lot of people.
They killed a lot of people, but they only really struck
One
twice.
time.
Twice.
Yeah,
They
according
killed
to
a couple, and then the whole Sharon Tate thing.
Wikipedia, again, the murders have to take place over more than a month, and there needs to be a significant period of time between the murders. Otherwise, you fall into either a mass murderer,
Right.
a spree killer, or a contract killer, none of which qualify as a serial killer.
Got it.
See, there you go. Like a contract killer seems like they could be a serial killer
Yeah.
because maybe they just take like 3 jobs a year.
But they're doing it for money, and
Right.
these
Different.
people are doing it
For the
for
passion.
abnormal psychological gratification.
So we don't know what the deal is with this person. As far as I can tell, there were a
He didn't kill anyone, did he?
He did.
Okay.
Oh, dude, one of them is Grizzly.
Okay.
A guy
Grizzly.
a guy went
Like the
camp.
bear.
Yeah.
Yes. Similarly spelled, but different words.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, a grizzly crime is not the same as a grizzly bear.
Wait, is
Nah.
it actually a grisly crime?
Man, my mind is getting blown.
I didn't know
with
that
a
either.
G?
Is it with an S?
Same first. No, the bear is a Z.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a grizzly with an S.
And what's a grizzly murder?
Grisly.
Nah.
Fuck me dead and smack me bottom.
Yeah. That's what we say.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
no,
sure
we
that's what
always...
I'm sure that's what they said too. A guy went camping with his daughters. He was a very experienced camper.
In Malibu. Spree, it's camper in
Is
Malibu.
this a grizzly bear or a grizzly murder?
No,
Where's
this
he
is-
putting his tent up?
At like a campsite.
Uh-huh.
And he was with a friend, and the friend was in a different tent. And the friend said he heard like something that sounded like a firecracker. I mean, this is sad. Then he heard the daughters reacting. The girls were awake and they were all wet. And they were just complaining that they were wet, and he was wondering why his friend wasn't tending to his daughters, and they were wet because of the blood.
Somebody went in there and killed him with the daughters there.
Somebody went into his tent and shot him in the head.
Oh.
And at that point, it came out that there had been a couple of other similar murders, and there was a lawsuit filed by the widow saying, "Why weren't you letting people know that there were other crimes of this nature?" And the thing is, nobody really still does know if it was the same person. It just seems really, really weird. There would have been more than one person perpetrating the same crime. And at the same time, the mountain road that goes through like Calabasas, if you cut through
Canyon?
Topanga Canyon, somebody was
Topanga Canyon?
somebody was shooting at cars.
Oh,
A
shit.
number of cars got shot out. Yeah, and
some people died?
I don't think anybody actually got even injured, but there were a
Jeez.
number of cars where it was confirmed, and it all seemed like it was like the same buckshot.
How long ago was this?
I think that crime was committed in 2019.
Jeez.
So
That's a great year.
so the police department, I think, made the decision they thought that they could pursue. definitely a part of them thought that they could pursue a better investigation if there wasn't a big public freak out about it. But it also seems like maybe they just didn't tell people about it because they're like, don't worry, we'll handle it. And as I say, there was a lawsuit filed by the widow saying you should have alerted us if there was a fucking killer on the loose. So they arrested a guy, and all they were able to charge the guy with was he like tried to fuck up the cops. He was a squatter who was like living under a tarp up in the Malibu woods, and all they were able to charge him with, and I think he was convicted of it, was fucking with the cops when they tried to
But he killed
arrest
these
him.
people.
Well, I don't think there's been any murder since they arrested him. So they think it's him. They can't charge him with it, but they've got him in jail on something else.
But he'll get out.
So no, but it seems fairly likely that he was the guy because they also caught this same guy. He was a weird, like, playing with fire thing that he had. Like, he would break into businesses and not take anything of value, but he'd like rob the vending machines for food. And they have a video of this guy wearing all black. His face is obscured, and he has a rifle. And I think they said it's the same kind of rifle used in the crimes. And the last place that he broke into was literally next door to the police department.
Balls.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So yes,
So does that mean he's getting out?
I think he just was finally sentenced for fucking up cops.
Yeah,
But that's not a long sentence.
You're not in there that long.
Let's see how long they're going to get him for on that.
That's not a 5-year stint.
And I think they still want to try him for being the serial killer, but in my opinion, it seems like they don't have a very strong case.
Doesn't seem like they got any evidence.
He just seems like he has to be the guy. He got 4 years for attacking.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Seems like that'd
that
be
like-
bigger news.
Doesn't
mean,
it?
Have you?
There was a guy shooting people in Malibu. You think that'd be bigger news?
LA's pretty crazy. Did you see that car crash the other day?
Yeah.
Fucking like LA's like, I don't know. Like it's just, through the pandemic, and it's just because I'm still in the city, so like I've just noticed that there's a lot of shit going on here that they can't even.
Yeah.
It's like if they were to make the local news, this stuff, or I mean, that's a little bit next level. But there's shit. If they would, they can make the news awful for 30 minutes every morning, really bad, and then it would, I think, scare the shit out of everyone. I don't think
don't they?
to some extent, I don't think as much as you think. Like, I got a lot of friends that like live in like Bel Air and those places, and there's a lot of home robberies there people aren't talking about. So I just think the city's, I don't know, the city's a big city.
Gotta stay on your toes.
You kind of
Stay
do.
sharp
It's
out
kind
here.
it's kind of like living in Gotham City, to tell you the truth. You just gotta really like look. You're always kind of on your back. I don't really wear jewelry anymore. I'm in it because I like going downtown and driving through Koreatown, and I drive through and not only to say that, in Beverly Hills now. Have you guys seen the down would it be La Brea? When San Vicente comes into Beverly Hills, there's that nice new, like, right where the Beverly Center is.
Yes.
And there's that nice, like, where Trader Joe's is and that new hotel complex.
Yeah.
The SLS is right there.
The guy who built the
steakhouse
Grove
right
built
there.
that, yeah.
Exactly. There's literally a homeless encampment that it's gone into the trees. It's 2-story. I saw that they cleared it out, and then I drove by it yesterday, and the encampment's fully back, and it's in the tree. It's a 2-story lot. They've, like, literally built a community, and that's in Beverly Hills.
I saw that. Yeah. Well, I think it's right on the border. I think that works for those people because they can go. The cops can go, oh, L.A., you deal with this, and L.A. goes, Beverly Hills, you deal with this, and the homeless people are like, oh, we're building a third level.
But it's pretty crazy to think on the border of Beverly Hills is a 2-story to a 3rd level encampment that they get rid of, and it just comes back, and they're there. It's like there's shit going on in there.
It is kind of Gotham-y. You're right, because there's like tons of fancy shit happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This town needs an enema.
Yeah, we need an LA hipster Batman.
I don't really want to beat up the homeless.
And I'm with you because I spent a lot of time, I'm not trying to understand it, just around it. And it's a lot of mental health issues. And a lot of the time they're not there to fuck with you. But clearly it happens every once in a while. A crazy homeless meth addict is going to like want to, but most, like, typically they're not there to harm you.
I think it's actually pretty remarkable given the number of people who will stand on a street corner screaming maniacally about how they're going to kill everybody, how few of them actually seem to do anything.
Yeah.
I always feel so bad when you see people waiting for the bus. There's just like 3 ladies waiting for the bus, and then there's the guy 10 feet away screaming about how everyone needs to die.
Yeah.
That's no way to go to work.
But
No,
like,
it's unsettling.
It's also too like we're like
It's a bummer. I'll say it. It's a
that's all.
bummer.
we're like getting a little numb to it too. Like we're somewhat used to it, which is even
I don't know
sadder.
about that.
I think it sucks every single day.
No, I'm not.
I flew back into town from a place that doesn't have homeless
That's
people
when you notice.
at 1 a.m. last night and just driving up my street. And
You
I was like,
notice.
oh yeah, this sucks.
Exactly right.
Right.
It's when you go somewhere else. I was
Couldn't
in
the fire department hose them away?
They do.
Oh.
They actually do. Most of the homeless encampments, they've given a lot of them porta potties.
Yeah.
And they I don't know if it's every 2 weeks or every month, they make everybody move their shit and they hose it down and they disinfect it and then people just move their shit right back in. And it's understood that's what's going on. But they're trying to keep the plague out of these homeless camps.
Wait, some of them have the plague?
If I'm not mistaken, that is one of Dr. Juro's great fears.
Oh, okay.
That some sort of disease that we think belongs in the past of human history could reemerge with the homeless camps of Los Angeles.
What about if they all get the monkeypox?
They probably will.
the monkey. I saw a huge article on that. Even after Lee was saying the other night about her industry and then John Oliver did a thing on monkeypox. So I watched it, whatever it was, Sunday night or whatnot. And basically saying, it was saying that exactly what Lee was saying. It's going through the sex industry. Gays, bisexuals are predominantly the most people that are getting monkeypox. And that we had some monkeypox vaccine that we sat on for years. We had a shitload of however many amount that sat in Denmark or
Lost them
somewhere.
all.
And
It went off.
Yeah, we could have sent him to other countries to help. We just let him go off, and now
We didn't put him in the fridge.
Yeah, we didn't put him in the fridge. That's fucking weird, right?
So I hear a lot about monkeypox, and I've seen the pictures before it kind of exploded here, and it looked, like little knobby things getting all over people.
Yep.
But before it started to really spread, I remember them saying this could be some serious shit because it kills 1 in 10 people. It doesn't really seem like people are dying from it. So when you get monkeypox, is it permanent? Does it go away? Is it kind
Scars
of
are permanent, I heard.
It
Okay? So
sounds like it's pretty much like chickenpox.
Yeah, it
Just in
looks
a lot
a bit
worse.
more severe, though.
Right.
it's
yeah.
got to run its course,
it
but
looks,
then
it looks like the people I saw, one guy looked really fucking bad, but then his face, shit everywhere. But and then the video footage afterwards, it didn't look like he had scars, but it looked like it had gone pretty back to normal. But the pain that these people seems like it had gone through seems excruciating. Oh no, but it just seems like it's not.
Well, yeah, if it gets on your face and you're getting open wounds from it and stuff, that's got to be fucking horrible.
And not getting laid is finally paying off for me.
That's one way to look at it.
Speaking of getting laid, pop sensation Frank Ocean is
Is
selling.
that Billy Ocean's son?
Yes, that's right. He's the Caribbean prince.
Love
they
that
call
guy.
him. Frank Ocean has a line of high-end goods, including gold and diamond-encrusted cock rings.
Yeah. What if it doesn't fit?
Got to go get it resized.
Fuck that.
Then you win the game.
That looks like it would hurt.
Yeah, that looks like monkeypox.
Yeah, I don't want those sharp ridges around my dong.
Yeah.
Your dick's gonna feel so fancy, though.
Is it?
Mine is.
And then nobody knows you're wearing it but you.
I don't know.
Unless you're that Italian sprinter.
Katie, if I pull my dick out and it's got that on it, are you like, oh, cool?
Yes.
Oh,
That is one fancy dick.
Well, let's get 3 of
I'm
them.
going to
means
get
you're-
one of those then.
It means your dick is the king.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at
Oh. How much is it?
I think we're talking somewhere in the 25 to 40K range.
Oh.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of lab
I'd rather a Rolex.
diamonds.
For my dick.
That's what it is. It's a dick Rolex.
I wonder how they're selling.
Yeah.
Has Lil Uzi Vert bought one yet?
Yeah, I think it's like one of those Jake Paul things where it's on the internet and we're talking about it, but nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think if I was really trying to make money in retail,
Frank Ocean's selling those?
yes,
He's gay.
I
Is he?
believe he's bisexual.
Wow, I mean, that's gay, right?
Yeah.
Bisexual?
Yeah.
He's openly...
I mean, it's both. Isn't
It's
it?
both?
Yes.
So he's not gay, he's bisexual.
He likes steak and lobster.
There you go.
Yeah.
But what does he like more of?
Does it matter?
I mean, no.
Can't you just be on any given day more than the other, depending?
That's... Yeah, well... That's,
Can't it just be on a person by person basis?
I guess so.
How gay do you want me to be, Dingo?
I mean, you're a married gay guy.
So you would say that I'm less gay then?
I think so.
Right. So you're saying if I'm bi and I'm married to a man, that would make me more gay?
Yes.
Eh.
So when Elton John was married to that lady, he was less gay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Interesting.
Was he having sex with her?
That is a big part of it.
I don't think he's having sex with her, dude.
I think he fucked her.
You think?
I think in the movie it says he fucked her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think most people that have sham marriages at least give it a go once or twice.
Right?
Like whatever you might think about John Travolta and Kelly Preston, R.I.P., aside from the fact they have children together, I'm positive they gave it a go.
Yeah, I got a gay friend that has had a threesome with me a couple times, and he can't do it.
What do you mean he can't do it?
Vaginas.
Oh, he can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens? Just
Doesn't go up.
right.
It's like Superman meeting kryptonite.
When she leaves the room, it goes up.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, right.
My
And
buddy's-
it's like not like an uncomfortable. Oh shit! I didn't know I was going to do this. It's like a planned thing where I really want to do it. I really want to be with you guys. I'm like, you sure, dude? Because you're pretty fucking gay. And he's like, no. I'm really gonna, give me a boner pill and let's do this. It's been 3 times, right?
Yeah.
It's like watching a guy try to bungee jump for the first time. He's like, goes forward, and then backs out.
It's weird, and I think it's weirder for him because he knows I think he's weird for not being able. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
He's like, dude, I'm fucking gay. I'm like, that is a pretty good argument.
Yeah, but that's some that's some sweet poontang right there, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my brain's like, but look at that. Like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I know it's hard, but it's just.
Growing up, one of my buddy's dads was gay. He was just at a party one time, got drunk, just decided that was the day he was going to try pussy, and just happened to get her pregnant and never went back.
Wow, that's a movie I've seen.
Yeah.
That's like in that. movie
That's
with all the
crazy.
young kids.
And then the parents grew up separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah. It's kind of a solid arrangement.
Katie's made out with a few gay guys, and they were like doing a bunch of stuff to her, and they were gay as fuck. So it's not everybody.
All right.
Do gay guys like French differently?
Katie,
No.
there you go.
All right. I was curious if there was any just like hesitation, like when they tongue kiss, they just like throw like a quick little tongue dart and then retreat.
No.
Well, they have experience kissing other men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just bring that experience to the table, you know.
It's just like kissing a soft man.
But I think if I was gonna French a guy,
Mhm.
I might not go as hard as I do when I French a lady
Why?
because I'm not attracted to them.
Right.
Yeah, no, when I did it, I just kind of went for it.
Wait, you made out with the dude?
Yeah.
When?
Dingo, you and I made out.
Shh, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't think this really counts either. I've said this before. It's like high school, and it was a guy from my band at the time, and there was a guy in the room who was known to be very, very homophobic, not hateful, but like scared of gay people.
Yeah.
And so
They
we
are
would-
intimidating.
So we would constantly say that we were gay, and I'd like stick my hand down my friend's pants in front of him, and we'd make out in front of him just to make him uncomfortable. So yeah, I've like made out with guys. The tongues are bigger.
Good
that's
for you.
That's
Good
the
for
big.
you, Michael.
That's the big difference that I've
Go,
found.
Michael.
I had a guy forcefully make out with me once in Bing Boing school.
Ah.
I didn't even
Dang.
see it
You
coming.
were raped
Yes.
Grabbed the back of my head and just Frenched the
by a
shit
special
out of me.
needs man.
Did you French him
Yeah.
back?
I think I did for a split second, and I was like, "Wait a second, I'm getting
Wait.
tricked here."
Wait, what?
Huh?
Your immediate reaction from a dude, a special needs man, making out with you was to make out with him back?
Yeah, a little bit. It took a second for my brain to catch up. Like,
Do you
wait,
know why
this
that
is a
took
dude.
a second?
Because I'm a big gay guy, huh?
No, because you're special needs, like the guy that made out with
He was kind of like me. Like he was.
Yeah, I know.
He was
you.
more.
Gay and special needs.
Sounds like you were more like him than even him.
You guys are retardedly gay.
That's funny.
Well, he was. There were some people there that were clearly like a little special needs, and then some people that were there because
They were just
they
gay?
They fucked up. They were just fuck ups like me. And he
okay.
like he had all. He was the guy that pierced my tongue with a safety pin.
No, you guys were very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had piercings all. He had like the bridge of his nose pierced. He had like a whole bunch of hidden piercings up
So
in
does
his
that mean
nose
when you
and
made
stuff.
out with him, he had a pierced tongue in your mouth?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the
And
guy I
you
would have
licked
been out
it.
with.
I did.
That's
And
how you
then-
get. That's how you get monkeypox.
When you pulled away, nice one, Dingo.
Wasn't around
There's
it.
your warning for the show, everybody. If you make out with special needs gay guys, you probably get monkeypox.
That's
Luckily, no monkeypox in 1998.
Oh no, they were there.
I dodged
Monkeypox have been around since
Yeah.
the 80s, dude.
Because he saw the... Yeah, me too. I saw it.
Yeah. The only reason I'm so
John
informed.
Oliver
Yeah,
has
thanks,
informed
John.
Dingo and Jason.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. We're geniuses this week.
That's why you don't see us making out.
Yeah, not this week.
Before
Too
we
sharp.
wrap things up, we have a couple of Ellis Mania videos we need to take a look at.
We do.
Yeah, people that are interested in Alice Mania, April 7th and 8th. There's also a little Alice Mania at Skankfest with the man that I'll be beating up in April. So his event is, in October, I believe. And the Jason L Show will be doing a show there and a little fight, little Alice Mania. So I did mention that on Twitter the other day, and we have one video of somebody that is looking to fight at Skankfest, and then we have a video of one of the celebrities for the Alice Mania in April. Oh, you need audio.
Yeah. So one of the biggest events at Ellis Mania 20 is going to be Aaron Charter versus Hardcock Nick.
Yeah.
That guy's a billionaire.
They've been trading some barbs, and Hardcock Nick sent us a new video.
What's up, guys? Hardcock Nick here. Just finished taking my new wheels out for a ride. Just wanted to check in and talk to Aaron Charter. Aaron, I see you sitting at the public pool, intimidating those kids. Well, let me tell you, they're the only people you intimidate. 'Cause come Ellis Mania, I'm gonna smack that crack pipe right out your mouth. I'm gonna leave you on the floor begging. Stop, Hardcock Nick, please stop.
Wow.
Wow.
Spot on, Hardcock Nick. Let his eyebrows go a little bit, though.
What's he done with
Yeah.
the mustache there?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's going on?
It's an ever-evolving look. Luckily, he can just squeeze his face really hard and more hair comes out, so he's got options.
It's a talent.
And then we have Jordan.
Yeah, longtime friend of the show, Jordan. Bit of an ass kicker, and he wants a piece as well.
Tune-up fight and Ellis Mania. Here we go. I'm ready to fight. Let's do this. Vegas, October. Let's go. I am
Yeah.
5'10". I predict I'll be 197-ish around there.
Yeah.
By the time the fight comes around, I'm at 208 right now.
What do you say? He's
Okay.
208?
Let's have fun.
Yeah, he's gonna lose,
he's
gonna
got
lose
it.
11 pounds.
That's easy.
Yeah, he can fight. Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, I've
a lot
seen
of
it. He
skanks
can
are
fight.
fighting this one, so I'm good. I'm happy about that.
Oh,
They can all-
he can move.
yeah, he can fight.
He's got big arms too. Jesus.
He could easily,
He's good jiu-jitsu too.
just as easily as he could lose 11 pounds, he could get a sweet, like, Brutus the Barber beefcake vibe going by October.
Go the opposite way.
His hair's on its way.
Oh yeah. He kind of looks like a movie.
Oh, we got all kinds of training. Yeah, he's in.
Of
Obviously.
course, yeah.
Yep, there we go. If you want to be a part, submit to ellis@gmail.com. Send a video of you hitting a heavy bag or shadow boxing for 3 minutes. Give us your stats and all that.
Yeah, and these are the last ones we're doing. So if you can't make it in April and you want to try and make it in October, send your video in. This is the last time there'll be organized fights. I mean, sure, there's other people out there that are copying this a little bit, but for me, this year and in April, that's it. No more organized fights for Jason. So
And when you say,
if you're going
Kevin,
to step up, now's the time.
when you say submit to ellis@gmail.com, you mean people would submit their videos to submit to ellis@gmail.com.
No, we don't, Michael. The actual email is submit to ellis@gmail.com.
That whole thing.
That whole thing.
All right.
Thank you for
No.
asking.
Yeah.
Dingo is at the Dingo in Snow everywhere, and he has his own show.
Rusty White. What am I? Rusty Pipe? Rusty.
Yes, you're a Rusty
Wild?
Pipe.
Rusty Mileage.
Rusty Mileage.
That's his drag name.
What's your show called, Ding?
Unleashed.
Unleashed, and that can be found.
On all podcast platforms and YouTube, monsterenergy.com.
Not on Twitch yet?
We're on no. I do live shows on Twitch. The show is going to be live on Twitch coming October.
But right now you can see-
with Danny Cass and Brittany Palmer.
But you do Twitch shows as well right now.
Yeah.
And what are they called?
Live and Unleashed.
Right, Live and Unleashed.
And I love your OnlyFans.
Unleashed and my OnlyFans.
Find Your Grind as well.
FindYourGrind.com.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good week. Make sure you check out our Patreon shows. Patreon.com/EllisMate. Yeah. Be nice to each other. Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.